G'day everybody, and welcome back to Valheim. I think we're on episode 23 right now, and yeah, not gonna lie guys, it's been a few days since I've played the game, and I'm struggling to remember what happened in the previous one, but I believe we took down the Elder in the last one, and as a result, we're sort of going to be doing what I keep telling you guys, which is we're going to be working on rebuilding our house. So this is the site of the second house. We're going to start by perhaps maybe just clearing up a few rocks here, because I do want to flatten the entire area, and then we'll sort of think about planning what we're going to do with the house. So I'll just sort of talk a little bit about the thought process that I have here. So I might design a house with a bedroom, and then of course we also want a room to keep all of our stuff and treasures. So, you know, definitely going to have like some form of a treasure room. We've actually got huge problems when it comes to our weight and inventory as well, but I don't know. I guess we'll leave it like that for the time being. I guess we could just go without having to pick up things for now. I'm not entirely sure what time it is, but it does look like it's getting dark, and I'm not entirely sure if it's entirely safe banging away at these rocks to try and destroy them. I just sincerely hope that we don't attract trolls or anything like that to our position, but anyway, we'll just keep going for a little bit more, and yeah, we could always maybe have a sleep and start the day again in the morning. Might not be bad. We could also get the rested buff potentially as well, although the rested buff isn't exactly going to do us any favors when it comes to sort of swinging around the pickaxe or any of the other tools for that matter. So yeah, so those are the two rooms that I've mentioned already. I also want a dedicated room for like cooking. So this time around I'm gonna think about maybe putting the fireplace somewhere inside the house. So we'll see if we can achieve that. Obviously we're gonna need some kind of a chimney because of smoke inhalation being a bit of a problem. And obviously the fire's you know, not too happy if you don't exactly have enough space above it either. So sort of need to think about doing that. I'm just trying to think if there's any other rooms that we need. I mean, we could potentially do like a living room or something like that, but maybe we're getting too ahead of ourselves with the living room. Perhaps maybe we want to, you know, maybe not worry about the living room too much, and perhaps just focus on having a good bedroom. And we can obviously just like decorate the bedroom and all that sort of stuff to get our comfort levels up a little bit more. But anyway, yeah, it is getting very dark. We could set up a fireplace here if we wanted to, just to keep our character like a little bit warm or something, but I mean, is that even critical right now? I don't know. You know what? After we defeated the Elder, we haven't exactly seen Hugin about, have we? So normally he would pop up to, you know, give us a few pointers here and there. So that hasn't happened. I'm not entirely sure when he's going to show up next. Maybe let's put the fire there. Maybe. Hopefully that's okay. Alright, so we've got heaps and heaps of stones, obviously. I'm not entirely sure how much space we're going to need for this rebuild, guys, but perhaps maybe I should just clear up a little bit more before we start flattening the area down. Now the good thing is I don't exactly need to have a workbench to start flattening the soil, right? So we won't really need to worry about that too much. We've got a little bit of a high ground over here. I wonder if it's a good idea to start sort of flattening things from this side. Just so that we've got, you know, a definite high ground going where the house is going to be. Maybe. Do we have our hoe with us? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. So let's actually get started, actually. So, let's maybe level the ground. I don't know, this seems like really high. Maybe it's not such a bad thing. Alright, so let me just fix the camera angle a moment, and yeah, let's just flatten everything over here. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure how much space we're gonna need. Obviously, the bigger the house, the more stuff we can keep in it, potentially, so you know, like, is that really what we want to do? I don't know. I can foresee us sort of doing another rebuild after this, so, you know, building a third house at some point. Oh, Lord, okay, I was definitely caught off guard there, but at least it was only one shaman, so no issues there. Look, we may as well get rid of this for now. And maybe even this, to be honest, because I feel like we're just going to be flattening over all of that. So yeah, does that look okay? Well, I guess you guys can't really answer that, but I'm just sort of talking to myself. Is that even flat? I'm not even sure, but anyway, let's keep going. I'm not entirely sure I'm sort of using this tool appropriately either. Like, is there a way I can use it a little bit better? Okay, it doesn't exactly say anything about how you should use it exactly. I do assume that you sort of just maybe the circle is probably like an indicator of where you're going to be working, and then obviously depending on the height majority of what's within the circle, you might find that it sort of transfers over towards the rest of the circle, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's an easy thing for anyone to sort of describe how this thing works, but I'm sort of just doing sort of these circles sort of halfway. Or hang on, let me try this. So if I stand here and if I did that, ah yes, okay, so it raises based on where we're standing, I'm guessing. I'm hoping. Anyway, yeah, this is a good learning experience, guys, at the very least. So we could probably get rid of a few things, and maybe we could start tidying things up a tiny bit. Okay, so it looks like stacks of stuff. We don't exactly need a workbench, so we could probably gather all this stuff, like all this stone and all the wood that we've got dropped everywhere. We could probably just gather all of that and just, you know, put them down. Alright. Let's keep going. Just gather all this stuff. And, yeah, we'll obviously make the place look nice and all that sort of stuff, but we'll sort of chip away at it. Now, guys, if you're interested in, obviously, getting to the end product, then, you know, skip away. I don't mind. but I don't think I'm going to be like cutting any footage out, unless you guys think that that's better for this playthrough. I'm obviously intending for this playthrough to be, you know, pretty, I guess, unedited, if that makes sense. You know, I'll tweak things with audio and stuff like that, make sure that everything's coming out as nice as it can be. But in terms of the footage, I tend to keep everything in with these types of games as well, and that's purely from the advice given to me in other playthroughs. But again, you know, I might be dealing with a different audience completely in this playthrough, so if you guys have a preference on whether or not I should be skipping ahead or just keeping everything in, you guys can let me know. And obviously you guys have the control to sort of move things along and skip things along if you want anyway. So I have no idea if we're doing things right here. It doesn't look very level to me on this side, so I'm sort of just continuing the work. It would be nice if we had a little bit of light to work with, but I mean, the small amount that I can see here is sort of showing that things aren't level. But let me just, yeah, that definitely gets rid of some of the soil there, so I'm just gonna just level things more. Yeah, so I'll also probably say that the next few episodes we're going to be focused on this rebuild. So, yeah, apologies in advance if you're looking for more exciting stuff, like looking for the third boss. That's definitely not happening in the next few episodes. We're really going to be focused on making ourselves a really nice home. And hopefully, after that, we won't have to do a rebuild in a very long time. Maybe we can, you know, take out a couple of bosses, a couple of those forsaken things in the process. Now, the advice given to me by a lot of you guys is that we should be just, you know, leveling the ground completely, and then also sort of building on that sort of level ground, if that makes sense. But I do want to know if we should be putting down like flooring. I mean, flooring is obvious, but should we be putting down stumps for the house and elevating the house even though we've leveled the ground? That part I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I guess it's a bit tricky, guys, because I am going to start building already in this episode, but my instinct is that we do need to put stumps down, and that's what I'm going to go with. But if the advice many episodes in later says that we shouldn't use stumps and we should just rely on the flat ground, then I might change it depending on how far in to the build we are. Let's see here. Okay, that's looking pretty level to me. We definitely need a little bit more work on this side though, so it's quite a process, isn't it? It's like, it does take a while to level the ground, and I'm guessing when we do start building, we might find that we'll get to a certain spot and the ground doesn't seem too level yet, but we can always sort of address it when we get to that problem. I don't know, I hope that this is a big enough space for the house. We might also level the ground in certain areas if we are also going to start farming as well. Because I'm keen on starting a farm. Perhaps maybe grow all of those carrots, since we've seen so many carrot seeds everywhere. Ah, okay, yes, I've forgotten to eat. That might help. Is the elevation even changing there? I feel like we've been doing this forever, but it doesn't feel like it's fixing itself. Strange. Or should I be raising the ground a little bit? I forget how I change the here we go. Raise the ground. Alright, let's try to do that. Okay. So raising the ground will need a workbench. Bloody hell. Alright. Well, let's place a workbench down. Maybe we can place a workbench down here, which is already at the level that we want it to be. We can repair here, can't we? Oh no, it has to have a roof, that's right. So we might have to spend a little bit of time here and there. Ooh, okay. That's definitely a little bit too high. Yeah, okay. Definitely too high, but maybe if we just do 3 mounds like that, hopefully it might make things a tiny bit easier for us to level things out. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if things are working as intended, but... There we go. That looks like it's flattened out. Let's keep going here. Okay. Perhaps maybe I do need to start with more dirt on here before we can actually level things out. Again, guys, I was just guessing. So, but it seems to be working over there, so I'm going with my gut instinct that tells me that that's the way to go. Yeah, okay. Definitely seems to be working. So yeah, I feel like maybe we might have been doing a bit of work pointlessly for the first, I don't know, 5 minutes. I mean, we got some of it leveled, but this is working a lot better, I think. Yeah, okay, that's looking much better. There goes our hoe. Let's quickly make a dash for the house. I'm just thinking here, I've got the Elder instead of Eikthyr this time. I can't remember what the Elder does. Can I have a read of that somewhere? I can't remember where we read it. Ah, here we go. So, even in death, it seems to grin with secret knowledge. Okay, no, this is trophies. No. The Elder. Faster woodcutting, that's it. Okay. And I think we decided to go with that potentially because we might be needing a lot more wood than we currently have. So that makes sense. Yeah, as I said, guys, it's been a few days since I've played Valheim. Since, as you know, I've got a little bit of a schedule here going, so we've got many episodes sort of queued up, and it's primarily to sort of suit my my real life situation with work and other commitments as well. Alright, so here we are. I don't suppose we need to make any more food or anything like that, so I'm just here to quickly repair stuff, and I might see if I can just like get the rested buff going as well. A lot of you guys are also saying that with building certain things, sometimes you just want to sort of sit down and see if you can get the right sort of angle, especially for snapping things at a lower angle. And a lot of you guys are saying, well, you know, just sit down and press X to sit. So I didn't know that you had to type it out every single time. So, yeah. Basically, you can do various emotes with shortcuts, I suppose. I don't know all of them. So, I just know how to sit. So we'll be using that emote whenever we can, if we need to sit down. Yeah, got all these random things sitting around everywhere from the various Grey Dwarves that we've killed. Again, still not keen on carrying all the stuff with us, but apparently Grey Dwarf eyes are going to be important at some point in this game. So we shall see. We've still got the garbage pile going on at the first house. We can always collect a lot of our stuff from there. Got the random neck over here, which maybe we should just get rid of. And yeah, let's continue our work. Yep, definitely seems a little bit craggly over here. We're probably going to need to put a little bit of soil on top and then work on flattening that. Maybe over this side as well. Yeah, I really have no idea, guys, if I'm doing the right thing, but I think maybe a lot of you guys are probably looking at the screen going, oh, what the hell is this person doing? And I do apologize to you guys if that is you. But I told you guys from the start of this series, this is going to be a learning process, so that's what you're seeing here. Although I do appreciate all the feedback and all of the advice that all of you guys are leaving. Actually, there's been plenty of comments on all these videos, and it's been really amazing. So thank you very much, guys, for participating. All right. Okay, I think that should be enough for now. Let's continue to flatten here. So something like that. And yeah, I guess some of you guys are also sort of suggesting, oh, why don't you sort of check out like YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. But I guess the whole point of my playthrough is to sort of give viewers I guess a sense of discovery, because, you know, like this game, it's, I don't want to say the game's like bad at telling you how to do things, but it does leave a lot of things up to discovery. So sometimes you might you know, discover things pretty quickly thanks to, you know, a few tips left by the game itself, but other times you might be sort of really scratching your head, or other times you might be a bit of a dunce like me and completely gloss over things like the forge. which we only discovered recently. Well, by recently, I say, you know, several episodes ago. But we definitely could have discovered that a lot earlier, that's for sure. Alright, things are starting to look really nice, guys. I think. Look, it does look a tiny bit messy. Like, you know, it's not like completely, I guess, square or anything like that, but it's a start. Alright, so do we have enough space for the house that we intend to build? As I said before, guys, so the intention is to have a treasure room, definitely. Now that treasure room, well, treasure slash loot room is going to be 2 stories high. We have stairs, so we can definitely make it 2 stories high. And then we've also got like a kitchen area, if you will, where we can sort of cook stuff. Now I do want the fireplace and the cooking station to be sort of in the middle so that it can sort of heat up the entire house. So we're always going to be in the vicinity of a fire or 2. And then there's going to be the bedroom. And the bedroom obviously should be kind of large so that we can, I guess, decorate it, put some furniture down, etc., etc. Rugs. And maybe the odd trophy or 2. Haven't figured out how to put trophies down, but I'm sure we'll get there. Is it big enough for all of that? Maybe. Maybe. I reckon we'll have the sort of loot room on this side. And in the center right here is going to be sort of the fireplaces. And then the actual bed and our sort of living quarters is going to be on this side. I think that's a good setup. Let's get rid of that for a second. And let's put that over there. Is that big enough? Probably. Hopefully. Let's see. Alright. So, let's just quickly check this out. If we put a floor down here, what are we getting? We're getting blue. Okay. So, that would imply that it should be structurally sound, right? So I suppose I might not need the stumps. And I'm not entirely sure about the angle here. And I'm thinking perhaps maybe, I mean, things have sort of aligned themselves a little bit here, but there's this little sort of almost pathway looking thing that sort of comes up. So we might have the door here, the main entranceway. That makes sense. But yeah. Let's start things off by getting some stumps in. And yeah, I'm thinking with some of the structural stuff, we might go with some of these log beams and log poles and whatnot. So we're gonna need our pine wood, or sorry, not pine wood, but the core wood. And I didn't really bring our stash over here, so I should actually go grab it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's actually just chuck some of this stuff away here. And just make a little bit of space for some of the other stuff that we need to bring. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, bear with me guys, let's go grab our core wood. Sorry, before we go, Can I just also check if there's any other materials that we might need to build this house? Smelting. I'm just trying to think here whether or not we would want to have like smelters with like, you know, some kind of structure next to it, or have the smelter being within a structure. I don't even know what kind of ventilation and stuff like that needs. We could potentially put it over here to the side and have sort of the smelter next to the treasure room, perhaps. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the smelting and the coal making just yet, guys, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. As you can see, this has been meticulously planned, and you know, things are gonna be perfect. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge, isn't it? Having no Iktir buff. It's nice having the Iktir buff if you're sort of just doing a few runs here and there. But yeah, switching out the powers is also a bit of work, isn't it? Because you sort of have to make your way all the way to those stones. Takes a little bit of time already. Anywho, here we are back at home. Let's just quickly check on our core wood. So let's grab that. I'm not sure if we've got core wood sitting around anywhere else. I might as well just grab some wood and maybe grab some stones. Oh, actually, that is way too much. Let's just leave that in that case. We'll probably need some, right? So how about 30 for now? There's even more stones in there. I'm just gonna put that here. Okay. Let's go back. Got our core wood. I'm not sure if we've got enough core wood, to be honest, so we may end up having to go out there, see if we can find some pine wood and cut that down, and then continue our work with said pine wood / core wood. I don't know, would it be wiser to maybe turn back and have a sleep? We could potentially do that. Yeah, it is quite dark around these parts. Okay, I didn't really know that we could do a thrust attack, but that's cool. That's the alternative attack or secondary attack. Yeah, since it's really dark here, maybe I do want to get like a fireplace down just to light things up a little bit. We need some stones apparently. Oh, but we have plenty of stones. Ah, okay, we don't have normal wood. I thought we picked up some normal wood. No, that's fine wood. Ah, apologies, guys. We'll need to leave the pine wood, sorry, the fine wood somewhere. Let's just pick up some of these pieces of wood here. Definitely carrying too much, yes. Can I make storage? Yes, I can. Maybe I'll just make a little bit of storage right now. That way we can sort of store some stuff. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's just grab that and let's place things in. Oh, Lord. Alright, we don't really have a lot of health going right now either. Let's just quickly have some food. And, yeah, let's take care of this bloody shaman. There we go. Alright. And, yeah, let's make a campfire. Bloody hell. Alright, I put all of the stones away as well. Didn't really want to do that. And we're carrying too much. Okay. That should be okay. Let's just place a fire down there just to light things up a tiny little bit. And yeah, we'll start with maybe placing down these stumps. So we want log poles. Damn, that is huge. That is gigantic. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to be this big, but anyhow. Okay. We've got a symmetry problem as well, guys, so... Okay, I think I'm kind of comfortable with that. We might... Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. But we might need to spend a little bit more time maybe extending out a tiny bit more. Okay. Let's put a little bit more soil on there and level that out. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, I guess it's potentially level. It's a bit hard to tell, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that looks good. That looks good. Alright. And... yeah, I think that's okay. Let's just now get rid of that. That was just there for sort of frame of reference. Actually, let me just put it back down. I think it might be good to have that just for a little bit more. I do want to get the log pole down though. So let's do that. I mean, is that even right? Hang on. Does it matter which way it's facing? I guess this is like circular, right? So perhaps maybe it doesn't really even matter, but... okay. Sorry guys, I'm really just sort of figuring things out here. Because I definitely want this build to be better than the previous one. And I'm trying my best. That looks decent, I think. So if we get rid of that... Oh no, that looks horrible. It looks like it's just floating there. Let's get rid of that. And I want to do that, I reckon. That looks okay. And then now, if I place down like a floorboard. How does that work? It doesn't exactly snap anywhere, does it? So if I do something like that, that sort of hovers, doesn't it? Maybe not the best. Let's just maybe do something like that for a second, and then I just want to put that. Oh, you rude raid dwarves. Alright, and now I also want to just get rid of that, and let's see if we can place down... Ah, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. But the soil's sort of covering the floorboards there, so that's obviously not good. So we're saying that... Yeah, okay. So we're probably saying that the soil is probably a little bit too high. Oh, okay. Not gonna lie, guys, but I feel like building is super complicated in this game. I am not giving up that easily, though. So let's keep going. And, yeah, let's, just make sure that we're sort of planning things appropriately, so... That still looks a little bit off, but let's just fix that up a tiny bit. Yeah, I really like the sort of almost quasi-entryway that we had going before. Which I've sort of destroyed now. But anyway. Let's see if I can just fix that up a tiny little bit. Yeah, okay. That's gonna have to do. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. And what we did was, okay, so we want to put that there, and then another floor. Actually, sorry, not a floor. Let's just put a wall there to give us an indication of how far these pillars need to be. And then, from there, let's put in a floor. Okay. Looking good. I wonder if this is like, feasible or not. Let's chuck a door there. Yep, I mean, the door fits. So now it's just a matter of maybe sort of building things further out. And as soon as we find like an issue with terrain, we can break out the hoe and continue flattening things. So let's see. I think for every 2 tiles, I might want to think about putting down another log pole. Because I'm keen on making sure that we get some good structure going for this house, unlike the previous one. Alright, so let's do another. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's overkill, or perhaps maybe we can put these poles in the center. Maybe it can be like every 3 tiles, perhaps. Yeah, because these are all still very structurally sound. I mean, that that doesn't look structurally sound at all. Let me just fix that. So the advice is I should sit, and then that might give me the ability to sort of put things in place and sort of snap things. I don't know. I don't know if that's really working for me or not, guys. Yeah, I have no idea if this is any good, but I'm just gonna do something like... Oh, I'm not even in. That could be the reason why. Okay, that's giving me a lower angle now. Yeah, I can't seem to snap anything there, but... Let's do that. Okay, that looks shocking, actually. Can I... I think the answer might be to actually just do a little bit of leveling here. Did that help? I'm not entirely sure it did. What if I do that? Okay. Hopefully, by doing that, I can now sort of just level a tiny bit more. Okay. That does look a little bit better. Let's hope that this doesn't just float there. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Alright, continuing on. As I said, I think we'll do pillars every 3 instead of every 2. So we'll do some big pillars here. We are starting to run low on the core wood, so we might have to go into the Black Forest to see if we can gather some more. Let's just chuck that over there, and again, probably just want to level this up a little bit. Okay, looking good. These logs are looking a little bit floaty, guys. What do you think? It looks like they're barely touching the ground. I don't know if that's just me, or... Can I maybe level this a little bit more? Maybe it's okay. Yeah, it's a good revelation here that things don't get immediately destroyed if you place, like, soil on it, which is nice. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, that log looks a little bit deformed, but maybe it's just a sort of a unique piece of log, I suppose, maybe. Alright, so I think I'm pretty happy with that, but we now need to sort of think about how we're going to keep the fireplace in the center. And to do that, we definitely want, I suppose that the fires need to be enclosed, right? And also, I don't think they can sit on top of the floors, so we might actually need a little bit of soil in place in the middle, potentially. But anyway, I suppose we should sort that out pretty soon, shouldn't we? Because I do intend for the fires to be sort of the center piece, almost, of the entire house. Let's see. Okay, so we got the fire going. Question is, can we then fit the cooking station in there? I think we can. It's not giving us red or anything like that, so I think it'll work. Yeah. Alright. And, I don't know, my thought process, guys, is we'll just have one cooking station. It's not like we need, you know, like a factory level of production output for food right now. And I figure maybe just the other one is going to be for the cauldron, so we can keep making nice brews and jams and whatnot. Alright, so... Okay, we've ran out of wood. Oh, actually, we've still got plenty of core wood. I thought we were running out of core wood, but anyway. 207 in terms of our inventory. Let's maybe just store that there for a second. Let's get rid of a few things here. And yeah, let's go out and see if we can just gather some more wood. Apologies, guys. Hope you can't really hear that, but unfortunately I live in a neighborhood where there are a lot of hoons, and they love driving around and making their presence known to all, which is very, very annoying. But anyway, hope you guys didn't really hear that too much. But okay, we are pretty hungry right now. Alright, and let's actually use the Elder Powers because they're just ready right now, so this should help us cut down wood a little bit faster as well, right? So, perfect for what we're trying to do in the next several episodes. Oh wow, that tree, like, that tree didn't stand a chance. We've pretty much felled it like within like one hit. Crazy. Alright. Yeah, we can probably gather a little bit more. I'm keen on sort of maybe trying to cut a few trees like away from each other. So, you know, I don't want to cut like the next tree and the next tree and the next tree, just to preserve the beauty of this place. But I did sort of get a comment to say this is not the kind of game if you're, you know, looking to be eco-friendly in game. Apparently it's all about deforestation and the like. If it has to be done, it has to be done, I say. Alright. Grab maybe some of these logs that have been covered with moss. Obviously, these ones have been down for a very long time, so we might as well gather the wood from it. It's not like it's going to be doing anything else. Alright. Maybe we can just grab another one from here. Okay, and we're all out of space. Let's go back with our haul. I hear an arrow. Not sure who's shooting who, or whether or not that arrow was meant for us. Just being a little bit more cautious. Alright. And we've pissed off, like, a whole bunch of necks in the process. There we go. Just grab all of those. A couple of neck tails we could probably have for dinner. Let's chuck that in. Alright. Let's go with a campfire. Actually, we need some stone for that. Maybe instead of that, we'll just put down some more wood. Actually, I completely forgot that we've got a wood pile over here. We could have just gotten wood from there, but that's alright. We can always do with a little bit more wood. And I think we should have some stones in here. Let's quickly get rid of this one. I don't think we'll need that campfire anymore. In fact, we could have just like broken that one down and put that down back over here. But anyway, hindsight, always 2020. The cauldron is gonna go here. But where is the cauldron, by the way? I can't remember. Ah, here it is. Yeah, so we need 10 tin. I believe if we just break down the cauldron from the other site, we'll be able to just transfer it over. So, no stress there. The question is whether or not we've got enough space for the cauldron. So, I'm thinking that we should actually go back and test that, because I don't want to get really far into the build and then bring the cauldron over and discover that the cauldron doesn't fit. So, let's actually fetch the cauldron and do what we need to do on that front first. Yeah, can't wait for when we've got the entire house sort of almost built and we're starting to think about furniture and the like, because, you know, that's something that we haven't really delved into too much, have we? So, there's plenty of things that we can craft, which we haven't really tried to craft before. And now that we know where to get all of the fine wood, it shouldn't really be much of an issue for us to craft whatever we want. Rightio. Oh yes, and some of the other advice being given to me recently is the fact that I am probably carrying a little bit too much food on my person, so I should actually get rid of some of the food in storage and, you know, travel light, so to speak. Let's actually repair a few things. Okay, good stuff, and let's just grab the cauldron. Actually, we might have an issue with weight here because we're hanging on to a lot of stuff that we probably don't need to hang on to. In fact, I might actually quickly put our fine wood away. I don't think we need the fine wood with us right now. Birch seeds. I'm not sure where we're keeping birch seeds. There we go. Yeah, we've probably got too many stones. Okay, 12 stones. That's fine. Yeah, and plenty of wood there. Got 200. I think we should be okay to try and get all of this tin back, hopefully. 10 tin. Yep. And we're at 280 now. Good. Alright. Let's go back. And let's see if we can place this cauldron down. If it doesn't fit, then we're going to have to sort of rethink the size of the space that we use for the fireplace. So we might need to sort of increase it a little bit. And, yeah, depending on the size of the fireplace, obviously that's going to affect the size of the other rooms that we create as well. But yeah, I think I'm approaching the build semi-methodically, I suppose, because I'm sort of starting with the center and sort of thinking about what the centerpiece is going to be like before we sort of think about some of the other rooms. Hopefully, anyway. I'm just telling myself that. I could be completely wrong, and all you professional Valheim players out there might be screaming at your screen right now. Alright, let's put this cauldron back down. So... bloody hell. Oh no, we need the forge out here. Jeez. And the forge also needs to be... it needs to be quite... well, actually, can the forge be not undercover to craft, like, stuff? I suppose it can be just sitting out here, right? The problem with the forge is you also need sort of, like, ores and stuff like that, so I don't really want to craft another one. But judging by the outline, we may actually be able to place down the cauldron without an issue, so I'm not too worried about that, actually. So let's continue with placing down some more flooring. But I think we're gonna quickly run out of time for this episode, guys. Let's just at least work on this a tiny bit more. Let's have the flooring sort of facing all in the same direction here if we can. Working at night is probably not the best, but that's alright. I think we can at least get some of the flooring done. Okay. And we did say we sort of want... oh, we got a Grey Dwarf Shaman trophy, which we've never picked up before, apparently. I want to put a log hole down over here. Oops. There. I think that should work. Actually, let me get rid of that for a second, and I do want to maybe use a bigger one. Okay, cool. And we'll do that. And let's continue with flooring. Is that even, like, matching up? There we go. Oh, we ran out of wood already. Okay, let's fetch some more. No. I guess we're just gonna have to take from the pile. Alright. There we go. Continue along the path here. Very nice, and maybe just a tiny little bit more. I'm not entirely sure what I should work on first, guys, whether or not it's the trophy room or the bedroom. Possibly the bedroom, because then that will let us sort of move into this house even while we're sort of constructing it, if that makes sense. So I definitely feel like this place needs to be a little bit bigger. So I'm probably just going to spend a little bit of time here. Just fiddling around with the terrain. Okay, that looks good. Let's just flatten things out. And I think I saw a little bit of soil on top of the floorboards before. Yeah, we've got like a little bit of like pebble action going here, which is not great. Perhaps maybe if I just quickly get rid of that one, then yeah, okay, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to get rid of that, but that's alright. Maybe it might give the house a tiny little bit of character. Alright, let's just chuck that there. And yeah, I'm thinking we should expand out a tiny bit more. Just one floorboard tile out. And I think that'll be really good for the bedroom. Let's put one more big pole over there. Yeah, looking good, I think. Look, things are, of course, still very, very questionable here, guys, but I think we're getting somewhere. Hopefully I'm on the right pathway, but I think we've probably done enough for this episode. I might sort of continue this in the next one. Well, I mean, not might, but I'll definitely continue this in the next one. But I think for now, I'm ready for a little bit of a break before we continue. I guess we can't, because we've got a shaman. Let's just quickly get rid of him. There we go. Alright. Peace and quiet. Finally. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.